Hurricane Matthew drives storm surge into northeast Florida, hurricane warning extended to North Carolina, dangerous flood threat in Carolinas, Georgia. Hurricane Matthew's eye wall continues to brush parts of Florida's northeast coast with high winds and storm surge flooding, and will spread those impacts, in addition to potentially serious rainfall flooding into Georgia, South Carolina, and southern North Carolina through at least Saturday night. Some areas near the coast in Georgia and South Carolina may see flooding comparable to last October's event. Hurricane warnings have been extended to Surf City, North Carolina, but have now been dropped south of Cocoa Beach, Florida. This means hurricane conditions, hurricane force winds, are expected within 36 hours. This includes locations such as Orlando, Jacksonville, Florida, Savannah, Georgia, and Charleston, South Carolina. Jacksonville had not been under a hurricane warning in 17 years, until now. A hurricane watch has been posted north of Surf City to Cape Lookout, North Carolina, meaning hurricane conditions are possible within 48 hours. A tropical storm warning has been hoisted north of that to include the Outer Banks of North Carolina, as well as Albemarle and Pamlico Sounds. Wind gusts as high as 107 miles per hour have been clocked at Cape Canaveral, Florida, prompting a rare NWS extreme wind warning, as the hurricane's western outer eye wall scraped the Space Coast, and now the strongest winds are pummeling areas farther north including Daytona Beach and Jacksonville, with damage reported. Matthew's precarious track in which the eye wall may scrape the coast with destructive hurricane force winds will spread north through Saturday along the northeast Florida coast, Georgia coast, and parts of the South Carolina coast. Storm surge flooding has already occurred along the northeast Florida coast, including in Daytona Beach and St. Augustine, and is spreading north. Latest status and storm reports of Haiti. The death toll is expected to rise amid concern over an area in the southwest which remains largely cut off. Images from one of the towns, Jeremy, show hundreds of flattened houses. The hurricane has gone back up to a Category 4 storm, the second highest hurricane classification, as it heads for the U.S. state of Florida. Hurricane Matthew is currently pounding the Bahamas, after slicing through Haiti and Cuba. It is the most powerful Caribbean storm in nearly a decade. Haiti's Civil Protection Service has confirmed 23 fatalities, but Reuters news agency, quoting local officials, put the death toll at the much higher figure of 98. A presidential election due this weekend in Haiti has been postponed because of the hurricane, which has left destruction across the Caribbean region. Matthew battered Haiti with winds of up to 230 km per hour, 145 miles per hour, on Tuesday. The country is one of the world's poorest, with many residents living in flimsy housing in flood-prone areas. We only began to see the real destructive force of Hurricane Matthew once moved towards the southwest of the country. Trees fallen, banana crops uprooted and flattened, houses underwater, and men and women trying to get the debris out of the way. It was noticeable how the people we passed were coping alone. There were no army or police around to help. Even the aid agencies are struggling to move around this damaged corner of the country. Hurricane Matthew has left a trail of destruction across the Caribbean, but nowhere has the devastation been more severe than in Haiti. The poorest country in the Americas, Haiti has long been particularly vulnerable to natural disasters. 6 years after an earthquake killed more than 200,000 people and displaced 1.5 million, tens of thousands of quake victims still live in temporary shelters. Political instability and corruption have been a factor. Without effective government for decades, Haiti currently ranks 163rd out of the 188 countries on the UN Human Development Index. It spends little on storm defenses,